he kept on saying, well, Israel has a right to exist, which no socialist would ever fix their mouths to say. And like we said, people, if you are in New York, vote for him, but keep your foot on his neck. That's all CJ.
He's still an enemy. He's still your enemy. He's still the enemy of the people.
Like, any politician, what the fuck? Like, have we not learned from anything? Have we not seen Ilhan Omar, even Rashida Tlaib, all of these people who had promised us these things, and nothing has been delivered?
They gotta bend the ring at some point and kiss the ring. They gotta kiss the ring.
AOC has she stole the Green Party things with the Green New Deal, ran on it, and didn't give us anything. I mean, not even a percentage of the Green New Deal. Man, it's good to have you on this motherfucker. Well, I see, nigga, you done got them motherfuckers, man. I said, God damn, they on his neck.
Bro, like, I already knew it was gonna make him mad, but not that. I ain't expect bro to make a video about it. Like, you gotta realize it's 4 a.m. It's 4 a.m. when he made his first response. I'm like, bro, you really on here? Like, you really got mad. Like, this video really struck a nerve. But he was searching for
anything. He was like, who sent something bad about my savior?
like it's really one of those, because it's like, bro, I believe I would have rather had this conversation now than later down the road, and hindsight, like, dang, we really got again. Like, because they do the same playbook every time Trump come back.
I worked with Bernie Sanders when I was about your age, man. 19, 20. Then I worked for him again. And I worked for all these little fucking, a couple of these motherfuckers, man. Like, if y'all can't see what's going on, oh shit, Dark Matter. Thank you for that $100. Thank you so much for that. That's going on my next RBN check. Thank you, Ron, for showing why showing the why and how of community free Palestine, free Palestine all day, death to IDF. But man, it's so crazy to see people keep going through these things, and I keep telling these people, you are insane. But hold on, let's get to this video real quick, and I'm gonna show 2 videos. One of you critiquing what's going on in New York and your clapback.
Yeah.
Okay. CJ, boom.
Hey, my name is CJ, and I'm here to talk about Zohran Mamdani and Donald Trump and how they both serve the same utility, which is restoring faith back in neoliberal politics and liberalism as a whole, and how they restore the faith that, unfortunately, the working class has in the Democratic Party and its constituents. What we have to realize is that Zohran and Donald Trump both coexist in the same system of capitalism. They are not independent actors. However, they are actors which are controlled by bourgeoisie billionaires and are also pressured by these same billionaires to influence policy. We know that historically, and even in present day, the Democrat and the Republican parties have both never served the working class. So what will make Zohran any different? It's oxymoronic to call Zohran things such as a socialist mayor, because mayors and other bourgeois politicians, at the end of the day, serve the bourgeoisie and not the people. And also, I'm by no means saying that Cuomo or Eric Adams are better options, but I just want people to think about what Zohran's purpose actually is and the impact that him being elected will have. Who would it benefit more, the working class or the bourgeoisie billionaires who Zohran answers to? We also have to realize that with bourgeois politicians, especially mayors, we have to realize that people like Zohran are not touching the NYP's budget on purpose. This is because Zohran, either consciously or someone on his team, knows that the police are the teeth of the bourgeoisie and the state. This is the same thing with Zohran. He is an actor of the state and not a friend of the people. This is a type of throwing black people under the bus, because you can have the air of progressivism for everything and anything else, but when it comes to black people and when it comes to black people's state subjugation under the NYPD, it's null and void, and you actually either want to keep the same budget or increase it. And you want to reform the system of policing without actually addressing the root cause of the problem, which is the system of policing itself. Policing cannot be reformed. It must be abolished. You can also see Zohran's ideological tracking with who Zohran surrounds himself within the Democratic constituency. Him, Bernie, and AOC all serve the same exact purpose. They are all neoliberal Zionist politicians who serve the same purpose, the maintenance of capitalism, imperialism, and Western hegemony. This is why Zohran is a liberal Zionist. I believe on the left we should not get our hopes up because we have to realize we have to have an analysis of the state as well. And when the state give and take away rights, this means that the rights that you had under the state were never legitimate in the first
Yep.
place. And we also exist in a society in which billionaires can literally buy elections. So we understand that we do not have the power as the people in this situation. The billionaires do. I want to put two excerpts from Black Anarchism and the Black Revolution, in which it talks about how the state can never give you rights because the state is not legitimate at all. The colonial state that we live under is not legitimate, so the rights that you have under it are not legitimate because this same colonial state can take them away and has done it before. Pause and read. And another reason why I didn't really get my hopes up,
Man, they funny.
I know that politicians, especially Democratic politicians, have the propensity to lie to marginalized people about it and making their material conditions better. And when they get in office, they do nothing to change those material conditions and just fall into the game. They fall into the same modes of thinking and doing of Bernie and AOC. So I see Zohran being no different. He should know better to not align himself with Bernie or AOC if he's actually a real democratic socialist. He's actually a social democrat. I know this because Zohran himself couldn't even explain what socialism is. So this makes me an actual principled socialist look at you sideways. And like I said before, not touching the highly militarized NYPD is again another glaring red flag when it comes to Zohran Mamdani. I'm going to ask this question as well. Is he just another false flag that the Democrats throw in the left's face to quell revolution or quell revolutionary potential and make people complacent with the system? I know I've talked about Bernie and AOC both serving this utility, and I see Zohran being no different. Something that I also pose as an anti-capitalist and a Marxist is to other leftists is that, are we curing the disease that is stage 4 terminal racial capitalism? I would say no, because the only way to cure the disease is to rid the cancer from your whole body. This is the same thing that must happen to the colonial state. It must be getting rid of in its entirety. Donald Trump does the same exact thing as Zohran, in which Donald Trump restores faith back in liberal politics by accelerating the system and heightening the contradictions and making the contradictions of capitalism more visible when he is in office. This is because Trump expressly designates his targets of oppression. Sadly, many people within the working class see Trump as an independent actor in the system. Rather, Trump is again part of the wider system. So Trump is carrying out the mission of bourgeoisie billionaires. This is why you see so many people in the working class LARPing for the Democrats when Trump is in office and telling you things like to just vote blue during midterms or vote blue during the next election to save us from Trump. What people within the working class do not realize is that Trump is America and America is Trump. America is Trump because Trump represents everything that America stands for, which is white supremacist colonial violence. I hope I was able to analyze effectively how two people can be a part of two different political parties but do the same mission, which is restoring faith within liberal politics and within American electoralism. I'm not making this video to be a hater. I'm just making this video to make sure leftists are always on point and always vigilant. I don't want leftists to fall for another farce of progressivism like we did with Obama in 08, Obama in 2012, and also with Joe Biden in 2020. I saw way too many leftists in these periods believing that America was finally ready to change itself. America will never change itself because its standards will always remain the same. Exploit and hurt marginalized people and the working class. There are not enough mayors, politicians, presidents, etc., that you can elect to change the material conditions of the working class and marginalized. You must change these material conditions with radical autonomous change.
But CJ, what do we do? What
made me so mad. I gave y'all the solution at the end of the video. If you pay autonomous community care and direct action against the state, I don't know what, like, y'all can then ask, hey bro, what are some like examples? I'm still not understanding what are some examples, but to say I never said anything is crazy. It's crazy.
That's how you know they don't listen. They're not listening to me.
So yeah. I made my final response to bro today, and I gave examples of what we just did in St. Louis after that tornado hit. Yeah. Of autonomous community care and the community taking care of each other. Because, you know, FEMA, they didn't deploy the National Guard. They didn't get FEMA. Bro, FEMA just got here like last Monday. Damn. Tornado happened a month ago. At this point, all you got to do for real, if we being honest, is rebuild the houses. But most of them is dilapidated and blighted. So they're not going to do it. They're just going to make vacant lots.
Yeah, I looked at that. Then I'm like, all right, do I see stitches? Do I look at stitches?
Nah, it's crazy. Like it's everywhere. Like everybody talking about it. I'm like,
look, I feel like they are like roaches, man. They are like roaches. They are not listening to you. You know what I'm saying? But when the lights come on, they all run.
they just like bro. And I said that it's no problem with liking him. It's just a matter, like just know what he's doing, bro.
And to sit here after we had Obama with hope and change, Obama, yes we can, Bernie Sanders,
we finally in the door.
Yeah, we did AOC, we did, and it's just like, okay, y'all, I understand the needing of hope, you know what I'm saying, but this is where I think like a
y'all
lot of
put
people
y'all hope in the right place, like
right,
they misdirecting you, telling you to go back to the Democrats.
And what's so funny is they critique you more than they critique him, not knowing what a socialist is. They critique
they said now they mad because I said he's increasing the police budget by 800%.
Yeah,
he's increasing the public safety budget, which encompasses the NYPD.
Yeah,
any type of public safety from New York is the police. Like,
not only that, he kept on saying, well, Israel has a right to exist, which no socialist ever fixed their mouths to say. And like we said, people, if you are in New York, vote for him, but keep your foot on his neck. That's all CJ.
He's still an enemy. He's still your enemy. He's still the enemy of the people.
Like, any politician, what the fuck? Like, have we not learned from anything? Have we not seen Ilhan Omar, even Rashida Tlaib, all of these people who had promised us these things, and nothing has been delivered?
They gotta bend the ring at some point and kiss the ring. They gotta kiss the ring.
AOC has she stole the Green Party things with the Green New Deal, ran on it, and didn't give us anything. I mean, not even a percentage of the Green New Deal.
The irony of it all is I also said black people should never be expendables for a political campaign. The irony of it was, like, one liberal was like, they would have rejected the New Deal, which was the best piece of legislation. Guess who got left out the New Deal? Sharecroppers. That's because FDR had to make a concession with the Dixiecrats. The Dixiecrats was not gonna let it pass.
Yeah,
you got to drop black people.
We all know. Like, I look at people sideways when they say, "Oh, FDR was a good president," or when they try to compare, Joe Biden with FDR. I'm like, you know what? Maybe he is the next FDR, because FDR locked up black people. He left black people out of those deals. He
allowed people to get lynched.
Yeah,
he allowed segregation. He allowed segregation.
Like, the only time he had to deal, only time we got deals done with him is when we violently threatened him.
With the workers' movement. So they forced his hand. Because that's what I'm saying. They made him make those concessions for, like, black factory workers. You know what I'm saying? But that's a minute of black, because black people still disproportionately in the South. The Great Migration is still happening.
Yeah.
So when you leave out sharecroppers, that's everybody.
It's crazy though. It's crazy how people just, like, they looking for something to hope for, but you are all you need. You know what I'm saying? Like, I keep telling people, we don't need politicians. Politicians need us. And they say the same shit about, about the red and wherever the fucking state it may be. But then when it comes to Democrats or progressives, they're like, oh, you can't critique them because this is the best we got. Dude, the whole point of being a Marxist is critiquing. Like, one of the points of being a Marxist is critiquing, you know what I'm saying, the system that we are in. Even if we was in a Marxist society, we're still going to critique the motherfuckers. It don't matter. I don't give a fuck. Nigga, you could have had Lenin, Joseph Stalin. You could have had Fred Hampton as the president of the United States. I'm still going to critique. What the hell?
You gotta. There's critiques of the greatest communists of all time. There's critiques of Walter Rodney, who is a progenitor of my ideology, decolonial Marxism. You got critiques of him. You got critiques of Nkrumah. You got critiques of everybody down the line. Rosa Luxemburg wrote thousands of critiques about Lenin. Like, this is something. That's what I'm saying. Like, when people, when I'm critiquing you, I'm not attacking you. You feel me? I'm critiquing what you putting out there. I'm telling you how it can be better. I'm telling you where are these shortcomings. That's all I'm telling. I'm telling y'all that's all Zohran's shortcomings. I'm telling you where he's lacking. and where y'all need to meet and put pressure on him at. You know what I'm saying? Like what I was saying, like the free subways, that's cool, but who gonna be able to use those when the NYPD harassing people for turnpike jumping? Like, at the end of the day, is it gonna be sustainable? Like, is NYC gonna stay with free subways, or are y'all gonna get another Rudy Giuliani? Because I saw that was crazy. Because 50 Cent now talking about he got to get lost. I'm like,
yeah, we already know about 50. 50 is a fucking 50 a coon. You know, there's nothing new with 50 Cent. He always been a profit over the people and whatnot. But this is how a lot of people was moving in New York. New York is one of the richest states in the fucking
that's
world.
What I'm saying. It's the epicenter of world capitalism. I said, y'all really think they're gonna let a socialist be mayor, run New York? Y'all really think they gonna let a mayor, a socialist mayor, run New York? Y'all crazy.
And even if he runs New York, like you said, he has to be a mouthpiece for the bourgeois. So yes, he can say, I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do this. But what happens when he falls short? What happens when he falls short?
When he's prevented from doing stuff. Like, what people don't understand is this political theater stuff go deep. Like, they was like, do you really think they'll dump 40, 50 million? Bro, yes. Yes.
They did it against
Bernie. They did it
Corey Bush.
Yeah,
was that Corey Bush? They spent the whole bunch of money on Corey.
$8 million in a week.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
And
they got the ball.
Crazy.
And it's not even that. It's they're putting their money against these people. They're putting your money, your fucking tax dollars against these people to keep you down, my nigga. Like in the richest city.
It's the same party he running for though.
that just carried out a genocide.
That makes your party not that. No, that's my red line. Once you start genociding black people and Muslim people and Arab people, no.
And we can't act like Democrats. This isn't their only genocide. They're genocide against natives of America, the natives against black Americans.
Africans.
Genocide against black Americans. They have bombed
in Liberia.
Yeah. Liberia turned into a slave trade. Like, this isn't the first time Democrats have carried out a genocide, but it's the first time
Barack Obama opened up this Libyan slave markets again.
Yeah,
like that's what him and Hillary Clinton, because they funded ISIS. They if you look at Hillary Clinton WikiLeaks, she funded ISIS. Like these elites dump money purposely. Like these like rich people, they purposely dump money at these places to distract you. Like, oh, we gotta go invade this place because they finna get taken over by Al Qaeda, but you funded Al Qaeda,
and then
you funded both sides of the Syrian what's going on in Syria. You're funding the CIA is funding one side and the Pentagon is funding the other. That's costing them billions. So why wouldn't I put it past them to make it seem like this is the little guy that we don't want to win, but we understand the benefit of letting him win.
I say they are propping him up because they know the younger generations want socialism. The younger generations want socialism. We showed this with Bernie Sanders. We showed this with AOC. And what the AOC funded ICE. She voted for the Iron Dome. All of this shit.
The best concession, not concession, but the best point I'm gonna make, bro. When you going to go get some fast food? Are you? And they give you, and they mess up your order with one thing. You want that one thing corrected, right? So when these politicians make concessions on policies that aren't, and then they start to become not socialists, when they start making concession after concession after concession, it's the same thing with your fast food or your food anywhere. You're not finna go to a burger spot and they put pickles on your stuff. Well, we put everything else on there.
Like, nigga, I said no mayo.
Yeah, like, like what? And you gonna tell me to eat that? Like, no,
I'm allergic to this. I can't consume this. And this is what they're
poisonous.
Like, I remember I told Bernie, I was like, stop coming with these half-ass measures. Like, stop saying Medicare for all, say universal health care. Because once you get to the negotiation table with these fascists, then they already want you to chop something down. They're like, okay, well, we can't give you Medicare for all. Let's stick with the Medicare for let's take Medicare down 5 years so people 55 and older can get it. So you already came here with half-assing. You know what I'm saying? You talking about some Medicare for all, nigga. We need universal health care. You talking about this? Bill. I'm sorry, my brain farting. build affordable housing. We have more housing than we have homeless people. Just fix up the fucking houses. You know what I'm saying? Like, come with a plan for that. Don't come with a half-ass plan. And then you go to the negotiation table with these fascists and they like, oh, nope, got to chop that down. Nope, got to chop. You might as well come with it all and be like, look, if this is what y'all going to do, you know, we might as well just go all the way out. You know, if you're going to be a politician and you call yourself a socialist or whatever the fuck it may be, you might as well go all the way out because they're going to chop it half any fucking way. And we see this. We seen it.
Like, bro, like what people don't understand is I understand what y'all are hopeful for. Like he talking about these policies are going to be good for New Yorkers. Yeah, they're going to be good. Duh. Like, duh. But are they going, when he get elected, are they going to let him do it? It happens every time. Like it happens every time. Like
you know,
HR 40. Like I want to continue to try. Do y'all know what they do to HR 40 every time it come up in committee? This is a commission to just study the thought of reparations, not even give it, distribute. It's not even distribute, to study it. Why are you telling me that I'd rather him try? Trying the same thing over and over again is called insanity with no different result. Like no, bro. Like no.
Please, somebody come, please save me. Because I'm telling you, bro, I have broke this shit down a couple of times. Motherfuckers are coons. They don't know it. Their grandfather was a coon, their great grandfather was a coon, and now our generation had to deal with these fucking coons. Like they think Master is really gonna come out the shade, you know, get out the AC and see you out in the field working, starving, thirsty and dying to death, and be like, you know what? This is my favorite nigga. Let me get him out here. Let me put
too many of them want to be that. They want to be that guy. They want to be the one that's taken into the house and pampered and you know what I'm saying, and treated better. They want to be Steven from Django. That's what too many of them want to be.
Then they look at you, they like, who the fuck this young nigga think he is? That's the main critique I seen of you. This young nigga think too highly of himself. Who the fuck he think he is? Turn yourself down. Like, dog, I just seen motherfuckers make fun of this, and that, but your age was the main thing. And motherfucker, it don't matter about age because some of y'all are 30 plus and still slow as shit. Some of y'all don't know the branches of government. Some of y'all don't know a damn thing. Y'all don't even know who y'all state representative is. And you're gonna get mad at us for the principal Marxist?
That's what I'm saying, bro. My studies are political science. I understand how the game works. I understand how the system works. My first class this year was American political systems. I know how this stuff works. I know what they do. I know how they manipulate people. I know the data is there. Most Americans' political engagement is background noise. When they turn on the news, it's background noise. They not really knowing what's going on. When they consuming they Fox News and CNN and NBC, like all of that, they're not really tapped into what's going on. And what I got people to realize is,
what do you mean we got to kill people? Yes, nigga, people are like, bro, I don't hold nothing back on this motherfucker. You ain't got to either, bro. Like my shit ain't gonna get as many views as Nick's or Sabby's or whatever the fuck. So we good, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Don't hold back. But my whole thing is, dude, yes, people have to die for us to have a better life. They are killing you so their life can be better.
1,000 times over.
They're 1,000 times over.
Like I remember somebody was like, y'all are wishing death on Kamala.
Yeah.
Yes. Hundreds of thousands, 400,000 is missing because of her. Like, yes. Like, if y'all was, but it's like the way that America, this is like, so one of my mutuals, Maddie Swan, got into it with Yuval last summer. Mm-hmm. Basically, all she was saying is, bro, we look at the Holocaust as the worst thing that ever happened in human history for a reason. Like, we do this for a reason. It's so many genocides on the African continent that are more horrific, more like expandable, more expanded on, happen over longer periods of time, like 15, 20 million Africans gone because of King Leopold.
Yeah.
Another 60 million got taken in the transatlantic slave trade, got bought over here. That's considered a genocide. Many people don't consider it.
That was so long ago, though, CJ. That was long ago. Y'all should get over that. You should get over your great-great-grandfather being a slave. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck?
It's insanity. And it's like, with me, I got older parents. I got older grandparents. So, like, my mama parents was born during the Great Depression.
Yeah.
My dad's parents was born shit. My granddad on my dad's side born before the 20s. He's born in 1910. And his daddy was born 11 years after slavery ended. So my great granddad dad was a slave.
Yeah. My grandmother
in South Carolina.
My grandmother was a slave. My mother was born into Jim Crow. And a lot of people, oh, this is so old ago. Like, no, it is not that long ago. And the same people who was in power today, I mean, that was in power yesterday, their people, their sons, their daughters are in power today, and they uphold that same system. They uphold the same fucking laws. So, like I always say, if it takes one of you to kill one person who's killing 1 million people, you're not a murderer. You are a superhero. You are a savior. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we can find a way to stop Joe Biden from killing, like if we can rewind time and stop Joe Biden from killing all those people in Gaza, then would y'all look at me like, oh my God, he just killed the president of the United States, instead of, oh my God, somebody just saved these motherfuckers from genocide.